Officer Ruth is on the line. Good morning, Officer Ruth. How you doing?
I am fantastic. How are you this fine Wednesday?
Wonderful. Great to speak with you as always. And I know that you got something really important you want to talk about.
Let's talk about car seats and child passenger safety seats.
All right.
Always a hot topic, hot, hot, hot. And this one is personal to me just because working the road as much as I have and seeing the things that I have seen, I fully believe in seatbelts and car seats and actually wearing them properly. And that goes for adults and kids. So we're going to talk more about kids today and car seats, but obviously it rolls right into seatbelts and adults. Number one, as an adult, as a parent, as a guardian, as a caregiver, you are the first person that this child is going to see setting a very good example for them by you wearing your seatbelt and wearing it properly. And I say wearing it properly because once again, I have seen some of the worst things out there, and even adults wearing your seatbelt improperly is extremely dangerous, unsafe, and could possibly take your life, which I have seen. So wear those seatbelts properly. They are supposed to fit across your hips and across your shoulder. Do not put it behind your head. Do not do that, please. Once again, I've seen really bad things happen, and your seatbelt does not work properly, and in fact is detrimental if you're not wearing it and if you're wearing it with it behind your head. Don't like it, please don't do it. And once again, set the example for the children in your car or the younger people in your car. And really big deal, teenagers, because I see teenagers and young adults who obviously we were all there. We think we're invincible. It is amazing. But we all know that you're not. So wear your seatbelt properly and just wear it in general. But let's get back to kids and car seats. Of course, children 8 years of age and younger have to be wearing a car seat belt restraint of some sort in the back seat in California. It is the law. There are no exceptions. Unless, well, let me get to it. You happen to be 8 years old and you are taller than 4'9". That is the big thing right there, because 4'9" tends to be the sweet spot where you can sit comfortably on the seat with an adult, or with, I don't want to say adult seatbelt, with the actual car seatbelt. That car seatbelt is made for an average adult size. So if you're too small, you're not going to fit in it properly and it's not going to be effective. Hence the reason little kids like to put the shoulder part behind their back, because of course it's cutting into their neck and it's not comfortable. Not only that, they generally can't see. It's not a good place for them to be. So let's start at the beginning. First 2 years is rear facing. Studies have shown that children do better in a rear-facing child restraint in any kind of collision as opposed to being forward-facing or not in a collision and not in a seatbelt at all. Of course, we know how dangerous that is. 4 years or 40 pounds is the key number to get out of the rear-facing. Now, of course, if they're under that, and I tell everybody this, the longer they're in it, even if it's past 2 years old, the longer they're rear facing, the better they're going to be and the safer they're going to be. Also, in addition to that, the longer that you are adamant as a caregiver, adult, whatever you happen to be to this child, on keeping them in their seatbelt and their car seat and doing it properly, the better for you. Because I don't know how many times I have stopped somebody, because of course I see the violation happening in the car next to me. You make a stop and the parent's excuse is, well, they're crying and they don't like it. I don't care. Do you think that's going to be, let me ask you this, Hillary. Do you think you're going to get away with that with me if I stop you and you're like, oh, my kid's crying, I just took them out of their car seat?
No, I don't think so.
No. I don't like it. It is very unsafe. And number one, it's just not an acceptable excuse. Like I said, you train them early, you get them going in that car seat, and they are amazing. My granddaughter is too. She is excellent in her car seat because she knows from day one that she will be in that car seat and she will be in it properly, and there is no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no fights with mom. There's no fights with Nana. That's not happening. So, of course, make sure you set them up for success at the beginning. If you have any questions about it, contact your CHP office. Myself, Officer Loehr here, and Officer Brown over there are both certified car seat installers. So there are people out there to help you, and I cannot tell you how many times new parents or parents-to-be come in and have us take a look at their car seat to make sure that it's installed correctly. And honestly, most people do a great job. However, the statistics are incredibly high when it comes to improperly restrained seats. And that could be anything as much as a twisted little strap on the car seat. But the numbers are huge. So if you're uncomfortable or not confident and this is new or it's been a while, give us a call. Come on in. We would love to take a look at your seat. We would love to make sure that you are confident when you leave, that you know how to put that seat in, take it out, put it in another car, whatever you want to do. It is awesome to do it. Okay, so let's get back to it. Getting out of your 2-year rear facing, of course, about 2 years old. What the general rule is to stay in whatever seat that you're in as long as that seat is capable. So if the seat is up to 50 pounds and you can keep your kid in that seat to 50 pounds, absolutely do it. Go into the next convertible stage after that when you actually get to turn them around and they can be forward facing, but they're still in their 5-point harness. That is a really big deal. That 5-point harness, having that retaining clip right at armpit level is huge, 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 huge. I cannot stress that enough because once again, I've seen it, right? Okay. And then, of course, once you get past the weight and height limit of your convertible seat, then they can go back into that high back booster. I really like the high back booster with the back because it just provides a little bit more safety and security for the child in that seat. It's just my personal opinion, but any of the boosters, as long as you're helping them out, raising them up a little bit and getting that shoulder strap off their neck, something like that. You want it to fall nicely across the shoulder. Remember, when they are rear facing, I'm not even gonna get into that, that's too much. When they go forward facing, make sure that shoulder strap hits in the right spot. That is one of the biggest things. And let's see, of course, height is the most important thing. We touched that at the beginning. I'm going to reiterate it again. 4'9" is the general area, a minimum of 4'9", because once again, we're talking about where the strap hits and making sure that that child is comfortable in that adult seat or in the actual car seat belt, as opposed to any kind of restraint. We go by the 5-step test. Can your child sit with their back against the seat? Is that possible? Can they actually have their knees bend over the bottom of the seat? Does their little tushy fit in the bite of the seat? Do they fit in the seat themselves? Are they responsible enough to actually sit in a regular seat belt without pushing the buttons, without putting the strap behind their back, without falling asleep and falling over and having things rubbing against their neck again? Remember, it's all about safety. That is the biggest thing we are talking about here. And your child's safety is paramount, of course, the most important thing. So when it comes to it, please make sure that you start them out correctly, get them all set up, get them ready, get them confident in their own selves too with those seatbelts, and make sure that you are doing the best thing for your kid and being this best parent, guardian, whatever you are for that child.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Officer Ruth. These are some great tips, and they can be life-saving. So I really appreciate you coming on, sharing this with us. We got to wrap this up, but it's always a pleasure to speak with you, and I hope we get to speak again soon.
We will. You have a great day. Drive safe, Tahoe.